So you got a problem. So you have this desire for girls, right? You want to get girls, right? Unfortunately, you're kind of a fucking pussy, right? And you're just not approaching. You're just not willing to use the pair of balls that God gave you. God gave you balls, and you're not using them. All right, this is tragic, but I understand. I was there for a long time. Now, from January through May, I easily approached 100 plus, probably closer to 150, 200 girls, okay? Throughout May, I was approaching like 3 to 10 girls a day. A day, okay? That was my life in May, okay? I was at the gym every day. I worked there. I was there training often. And so like from January through May when I was there, I was always around girls. And so I had the ability to go and approach at hella volume, right? Hella reps. I cannot tell you how potent that experience of approaching 100 plus girls in that time period gave me so much confidence, gave me so much reassurance, gave me so much proof that I am sexy, I'm confident, I'm able to attract girls, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro, my close rate is pretty good. When it comes to getting numbers, getting Instagrams, I'm pretty good. Unless she had a man, she was giving me her number or her IG like 50, 60% of the time, bro. Kid you not. You know what I mean? Some days I'd hit and I'd go like, one day I went like 0 and like 7, bro. I swear to God, I went like 0 and 7 one day, bro. And I was just like, and then the next day, I was like, I think I went like 4 for 5 or some shit that day. I was up. You know what I mean? Bro, it's all about numbers, bro. It's all about reps. Because like as a young man, like you need abundance. You need the abundance mentality when it comes to women, right? I'll read you this real quick. One of my favorite chapters from The Way of the Superior Man. I reread this recently and it hit. Chapter 39, The Feminine is Abundant. There is never a shortage of women or feminine energy. If a man feels that there aren't enough women, or that life isn't giving him what he wants, he is simply negating his relationship to the feminine. This sense of starvation, life is not sustaining me, or there are no good women, is usually rooted in a man's early childhood relationship with his mother. Life itself is the feminine. There is never a shortage of feminine energy. Never. Only a resistance to receiving, trusting, and embracing it. I won't bother reading the rest of that. The feminine is abundant. There's always women, okay? Okay? I need you to get out of this like one-itis paradigm that the programmers want us to be in. The programmers tell us to believe, oh, she's the only girl, there's no other girl, she's the only one. No, fuck that. Never have that mentality. Your mentality should always be, she's not the only girl, there's always other ones. Simple. She's not the only girl, there's always others. There's always others, I promise. I promise. And so it's like, if this one rejects you, who cares? There's more. If the one that you like doesn't like you back, who cares? Go find someone that does like you back. Fuck them. Bro, so many guys have like fear of rejection, and I understand that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, would you rather have scenario 1? I did this in my live stream. I just talked about this for like an hour on my live. If you want to go tap into that. But would you rather have scenario 1 where you're here, you're thinking about going to approach the girl, but you're not approaching her? And so you're like, oh man, her, I want her. I want to talk to her, but then you don't. And so you're like, oh man, I'm a pussy. I should have talked to her. I'm a bitch. And now you're feeling like shame and stuff like that, right? Would you rather that, which is entirely a negative experience? You have this attraction. Ooh, she's hot. That's kind of a positive experience. And then it's, oh, I want her, but I'm not approaching her. I'm not going to try to talk to her. I'm not going to try to say what's up. I mean, you're in your mind, right? Oh, I got to figure out what to say. Oh, I don't know if I should say it like this. Oh, what if she rejects me? What if she thinks, blah, blah, blah. What if my breath smells? Whatever the fuck. It doesn't, like, who cares? It doesn't matter. You're not approaching. This sucks because you will just feel bad the entire experience You had something you wanted, but you never went for it. And so you just feel like a bitch because you never went for it. Thing is, if you go for it, you see her, you have that desire, you're like, ooh, I want her. Maybe you're kind of fucking around in your head a little bit, but you're like, nope, I'm gonna use my balls, I'm gonna go up to her. And so you start moving your legs, right? You just turn your brain off. You're like, I'm just gonna go talk to her. I'm just gonna go say hi. I think you're very beautiful. What's your name? Just start like that and go see where it takes you, okay? You go up to her and she's just like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Or you talk to her and you can tell like, oh, honestly, I'm not even interested in her. Maybe she tells you she's not interested, whatever. You ask her for her number, she doesn't want to give it to you. You ask her for her IG, she doesn't want to give it to you. You can kind of be like, damn, she doesn't like me or she doesn't want me. Oh well. And then you just get over it. You can just get over it. It's so crazy, right? When you're this guy, you don't get over it as easily because you stay trapped in this, oh, what if? You're living in a potential reality instead of living in reality right now, like actual reality. This guy stays in mental masturbation mode because he doesn't want to live in the present. This guy acts in the present and then he either gets what he wants or if he doesn't, he gets over it. And then he can just go get the next one. Guys, don't have this this hard scope mentality. This is an analogy from Hamza that I really like. If you guys ever played like shooters like Call of Duty growing up, there was hard scoping where you'd have the sniper and you'd be like scoped in, you're looking at this one target and you're trying to like line up and you're kind of like completely stagnant. And then you fire. Maybe you hit, maybe you don't. Versus quick scoping, which is when you're going around the map, you're moving around, you got the sniper, like at the hip, and then you see something, boom, you just go for it. The hard scoper is the guy who sees the girl he likes and he's just staring at her. He looks over her, oh, I want her. Oh man, I want her. Oh, I don't know what to say, or oh man, now's not the best time, or oh, she looks kind of busy, maybe I'll just do it later. The more you mental masturbate, the more you think about how much you want her, but you don't act on it, you're hard scoping, okay? Here's the problem, bro. Hard scoping means that you're focused on one girl, right? You're not moving around the map, and your vision is limited because you're scoped in. And she can sense when you're scoped in on her. This is actually the most important part. She can sense when you're scoped in on her. And so if you're scoped in on her and you stay scoped in on her, the longer you stay scoped in on her, the less likely it is you're gonna get her, I promise. Because she's either gonna see you two ways. You're either the pussy who's not willing to talk to her, or you're the creep who won't stop looking at her. Either way, you're down bad. Rather than being the guy who sees what he wants and then instantly goes and talks to her. Instantly. Like you meet eye contact and then you just start walking up to her. And it might kind of throw her off. She might be kind of timid, kind of scared. You should want to be more that way. You should want to be the guy who kind of scares her rather than the guy who's a bitch. So don't be this guy, okay? Don't be the mental masturbator. Be the guy who just goes and gets rejected. Because every rejection gets you closer to the next win. Every L you gather gets you closer to the next W, bro. All right? That should be your mentality. Now, let me give you this final mindset in terms of actually approaching people. Here's the thing. When it comes to approaching girls, one, approaching has levels. Like, the hotter she is, the harder it is to approach, right? The more anxious you are. But also, the greater your sexual intentions are, the harder it is to approach. And so what I mean by that is for me, I've told tons of girls, I've went up to girls and told them that you're very beautiful. And I just left it at that. I didn't even want to talk to them later than that. I didn't want to take it any further. All I wanted to do was tell them that they were beautiful. Is that kind of a sexual intention? Somewhat. But it really wasn't because I didn't want to take it anywhere from there. All I wanted was to recognize her, to tell her that I recognized her, and then to be about my day. The more you do that, it's it's a detached thing. You're not expecting any outcome. When you're detached, that's the vibe you want to have, right? Now the thing is, it's easy to be detached when you don't care about the outcome. But if you do care about the outcome, because you probably do, like getting the girl, getting her number, whatever. It's hard. And so you gotta practice being in interactions that you don't really care about so you can level up your social skills anyway. And so that can be talking to, the barista at the coffee shop, talking to the receptionist at the gym, right? You see the guy who hit a good set, you just go up to him, hey, good set, bro. Compliments are easily the best way to start talking to people and just start being social. Just recognize things about people that you like. Maybe you like seeing my hat. You're like, man, I like Jaden's hat. If you see me in person and you like my hat, come up to me, hey, I like your hat, bro. Oh man, I appreciate it. And we just keep going. Maybe you like fist bump me. There was a guy who came to the park the other day. I was sitting down and he like pulled up with his girl and he had some like fire locks, right? I just shouted to him, I'm like, hey bro, I fuck with your locks, I'm just hard. He was like, appreciate you, Brody. That was the end of the conversation. Simple shit like that, bro. Like, recognize people, right? Hold people in reverence for the things that you appreciate about them. Because the thing is, I guarantee that your mind observes things about people, unless you're just a hater, unless you're just a fucking hater. But you're probably not. Your mind probably sees things about people, observes them, says like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, or that's interesting, or I like that. Go tell them. The fuck? It's the easiest way. You're literally giving them value. Complimenting people, making people laugh, those are the easiest ways to get into people. Like, if you give people compliments, genuine compliments, or you're funny, you can get into so many scenarios. I promise, bro. It's so easy. Right? That's how you start. You start leveling up your social skills, your ability to just interact with strangers, because that's what it is. Cold approaching is about interacting with strangers. It's just harder because this stranger is a hot girl and you're kind of attached to the outcome a lot of the time. And so you detach from the outcome by not being someone that you care about. You're not looking for an outcome. If you tell somebody a compliment, you're not looking for an outcome. If you're looking for an outcome from a compliment, it's not a genuine compliment. Stop looking to like get something back, right? You shouldn't expect somebody to like give you a compliment back or even thank you. Not even everyone will say thank you. That's okay. They might just smile or say, oh yeah, whatever. That's fine. Don't be butthurt. Stop taking shit so fucking personally, bro. But like, you should just give, and when you give things to people, right, that are actually valuable, things people would want, they're open, and then they want to give you things back, right? And so if you give something valuable, like a compliment that's genuine, or you like say something funny, or you have something like cool or insightful, like sometimes I would go up to girls and I'd be like, yo, like sometimes I'd be like, I'd tell them that they were beautiful, I'd give them with a compliment, but to like extend the conversation, I'd be like, yo, I'm a psychic. If you give me your birthday, I'll tell you something about yourself, right? And I basically just give them a numerology reading, but I'm like positioning myself as this like mystical guy who can tell them about themselves with, this information. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? And I've gotten some girls with that, right? It just works. It's sauce. It's all about just being able to interact with strangers. And so you level that up with compliments. And then you get to the point where it's so easy to just go up to the girl that you want to talk to. I could keep yapping about this, but I'm not going to. I want to cut this video, but I'm going to make tons of more videos about dating, about attraction, because this is super, super important. I'm very passionate about this subject. But guys, I need you to approach, okay? I need you to approach. Because if you're a masculine man, cold approaching girls should literally be something you do every day, honestly. I just can't, it's different. It's like breaking through like social constraint. It's breaking through like your own identity. You're like breaking into like social circles and like new paradigm. It's inherently like approaching is inherently a very penetrating act. It's a very masculine act inherently. And so I feel like when you practice that with, whether you're approaching, some guys that you want to be friends with, you're approaching girls, maybe you're approaching some guys who are like talking business and you want to network with them, whatever it is. When you're approaching people, it's all about that confidence, your ability to display who you are and stand convicted in who you are in the face of whatever. And so it kind of like has this prerequisite of your own conviction. But then from that, from believing in yourself, it's just about the reps, man. It's just about the reps. Like so many high level guys will be millionaires or like super attractive guys, and they still get no play. They still suck with girls. Why? Because they just never practiced. You never actually tried to get good with girls. You gotta actually do that, bro. So I'm gonna stop yapping, but I'm gonna be dropping like way more content about this on this channel, but I also drop audio podcasts and weekly newsletters over on Substack. So if you guys are interested in hearing more stuff about that, you can get my teachings basically sent directly to your email. So you come join the Substack, that's the link in the description. And I'll send that stuff to you every single week. So more sauce on dating to come for sure. I'm pretty sure this week's podcast will probably be a dating vid. Yo, follow me on IG. All right, I'm out. Do it today. Be better for tomorrow. Stay devoted. Stay inspired.